Hello students, welcome to BTech 360. A lot of students, especially the PCM students, have been wanting to ask a simple question. What's the difference between BTech and is there a possibility of doing BS Computer Sciences? Why does this question come up? Because very clearly a lot of liberal universities, some of the best universities that are there in India, including Ashoka and Kriya and also a lot of foreign universities, essentially offer a BS Computer Sciences. They don't offer a BTech program. And the choice that students are looking at is what is the difference between these two programs, the BS Computer Sciences versus BTech, and then you also have BE, some of them offer BE, some of them offer BCA, and so on and so forth. So the question that we're trying to explain to you is, what does BS Computer Sciences mean? What are the kind of job roles? What kind of pathways open up for you? And who are the good institutions that are offering this? And who should actually be doing this? What kind of student should be preferring a BS Computer Sciences versus a BTech Computer Sciences? Because we all know that BTech Computer Sciences is hugely in demand. But the important thing is there some kind of students who should actually go through this pathway of BSc Computer Sciences? Because some of the best institutions in this country also offer BSc in Computer Sciences or BS in Computer Sciences. So we're going to explore that entire subject at this point in time. And before I move further, 3 requests that I always have for you. Please subscribe to BTech 360. If you have any question of any course that you want us to work on, please write to us in the message box. I will be happy to do that. Now about BSc Computer Sciences. As I told you, we're going to do a series of these things. We're starting with BSc Computer Sciences. If you want me to cover any other subject, any other BSc, please write to us. We'll be happy to do that, because the idea is to ensure that you explore all options and make an informed choice of what is the best option meant for you, because each student is different from the other. And so you don't need to follow the herd. At times you might actually take a different path, and that can be something much more important for you and much more beneficial for you. Now at BSc Computer Sciences, we'll do the program overview, career guide and admissions. One of the things that you must understand is that there are multiple, as I told you, you actually have BTech CS, which is offered with all engineering colleges in this country. Every single engineering college in this country offers a BTech, right? But much before that, BE also is there. Like BITS Pilani offers a BE program. Some of the best university institutions which were started very, very early were not offering a BTech program. They were offering a BE program. And then you have BSc Computer Sciences or BS Computer Sciences, both being similar. And then you have also a BCA. So these are 5 programs in the computer sciences area that you actually are being offered in India at this point in time. Now let's understand each of them slightly differently, right? The BTech CS is essentially a 4-year program. It also has internship. In my opinion, if your ultimate aim is to first get a job right away after your undergraduation, then this is a better option for you, because post BTech, there are greater chances that you'll get into some job or the other. So there is a job acceptability which is very, very strong. There is a strong industry acceptance at this point in time. And the core tech jobs, software, AI product, these what you'll get at some level. Then you have BECSE, which is similar to BTech CS in a certain sense. See, what's happened is, while the nomenclature and the degree is slightly variable in the Indian context, all of them seem to be teaching almost similar stuff. And to that extent, the industry also accepted that while you can talk of BTech CS or BECSE and at times BSc Computer Sciences also, they're all for some good institutions, by the way. The BSc Computer Science is offered by some very, very good institutions. They're being treated on par, because, for example, you take the alumni of Ashoka University. The student who does BSc Computer Science from Ashoka University has equal or at times more weightage than some many universities that are offering a BTech CSE. If you ignore the top 1-2%, the Ashoka BSc CS student is more preferred than many other institutions, right? So then you have BSc CS, which can be a 3-year, 4-year. Now that's very important for you to understand, because the 4-year enables you to study abroad also. The 3-year, you might be stunted because they do require 16 years of study, and that's where you will actually falter for 1 year. It's a degree type is science degree essentially, but here you learn a lot of theory, programming, maths, fundamentals. So BSc program ensures that your fundamentals are very, very correct, whereas the BTech program ensures that your application levels also is extremely, extremely good. So that's where you actually see the scalability in a certain sense, right? And theory, programming, maths, and the kind of roles that you get is CS in careers, and then you'll at some point in time also have to do a master. So if you're doing a BSc Computer Sciences, you will at some point in time have to do masters, and only then you'll be able to scale up dramatically. Then a similar thing which is BSc, BScs. So this is just a nomenclature difference. And then you have a BCA. BCA is slightly lower in terms of thing, because it's practical software applications. Very, very foundational in a certain sense, and you get all entry-level IT, MCA, and all those kind of routes you'll get. You'll get most of the entry-level jobs. But essentially, BTech CSE for jobs, and if you're looking at doing research, growing further and doing masters and everything, you essentially do a BS program, because between, if you want to do a master's, BTech and MTech, I would not value as much as a BS and a MS Computer Sciences. And internationally, by the way, you must know that there is no one who offers a BTech program. This is very, very important for you to understand. Only in India, we actually have a BTech or a BE program. Internationally, you actually have a BS program. BS in Computer Science is what you have. And the BS Computer Sciences can be along with some other subject, it can be mathematics or something like that. But essentially, it's a BS program. The only difference in internationally is that whether it's a 3-year program or a 4-year program. Let me show you some of the people who did BS program so that you're comforted from the fact that internationally, BTech is not there and BSc also gives you a good option. Sergey Brin, who actually founded Google, he did BS in Mathematics and Computer Sciences. By the way, exactly a similar program is offered by Chennai Mathematical Institute in India, right? So, and this is done through University of Maryland, he studied, but he studied BS in Mathematics and Computer Sciences. Mark Anderson, who did BS in, founded Netscape, Loud Cloud Opsware, and Anderson Horowitz. So, he's again BS in Computer Science graduate. And then, of course, he's done Masters also at some point. Larry Page, he did BSc in Computer Engineering and he founded Google along with Sergey Brin. Drew Houston, he's done Bachelor's in Electrical Engineering and Computer Science, which is Computer Science. So it is BSc again. Then he later moved on to in MIT, he created Dropbox. And that's how it is. Like Max Levichian, who did Computer Science degree from University of Illinois, did PayPal and later Affirm. And Brian Acton, he did Bachelor's in Computer Science again, Stanford University, and he's created WhatsApp and later Signal Foundation. Now, all these people have done BSc program. They have not done a BTech or a BE program. Now, if you look at internationally also, now all the universities actually essentially give a BSc program. I told you earlier, right? MIT does a 4-year program, but BS in Computer Science and Engineering, right? Stanford has BS in Computer Science. It's a 4-year program. Carnegie Mellon has BS in Computer Science, which is a 4-year program. NUS in Singapore offers a Bachelor of Computing and Computer Science Honours. It's a 4-year program. University of Oxford in UK has BA in Computer Science and it's a 3-year program, 4 years for MCom side. So you can actually scale and also do the 4th year and finish this part. Then you have University of Cambridge, again from UK, BA Computer Science or BA plus M Engineering. 3 years of BA plus 4th year would be for M Engineering, right? And then ETH Zurich, UC Berkeley, Harvard, Princeton, everyone is into the BS program. But the difference here is whether it's a 3-year program or a 4-year program. And the question that you should be asking, most importantly when you're doing these kind of things is, would it help you get into your master's program straight away anywhere else? Because some might require a 16-year program, but some universities, even though they require a 16-year program when you're studying in India, they might accept a foreign campus or a foreign university which is offering a 3-year program only, because obviously most of these people who finish a 3-year program are going for the master's straight away from there. So even assuming there is a 3-year program, let's assume this is a 3-year program in Oxford, the student would be accepted for a master's program somewhere else. So just be clear about this thing that the only question which is relevant for you, whether it's a 3-year program or a 4-year program, and if it is a 3-year program, does it open pathways for you to pursue masters internationally based on the 3-year program only? That is the big question that you should ask. Otherwise, all the universities across the globe offer a 3-year or a 4-year program, and it is a BSc program. So to that extent, India is slightly different because we created the BTech and the BE program, whereas even within India, now most of the liberal universities offer a BSc program in computer sciences. And some of the very good pure sciences institutes that we have in this country also offer a BSc Computer Sciences program. We'll also talk of the list of institutions within India which are offering this program so that you can actually decide whether you want to pursue it from there or not. The important thing, let me tell you, is this. If you are getting into the best BTech courses in this country from the IITs, NITs, or the top-notch, institutions that we have, it can be BITS, Pilani and all, you must do that. It's a 4-year program. But a BS Computer Science program is from some of these universities that we're about to discuss is far better than doing a BTech from a tier 2 or a tier 3 institution. Don't do a BTech just because you want to do a BTech. Do a BTech because you got into a good institution, or else choose a good institution where you can actually do a BSc in computer sciences and move on from there. And 2, if you ultimately have an objective of international pathways, you can actually do a BSc Computer Science also. Now let me take you through something else. What is BSc Computer Sciences? The BSc Computer Sciences program is a 3-year or a 4-year undergraduate program, and it will focus on theory, design, application of computing systems. The most important thing here is strong foundation in programming and software development. Foundation is what it relies on. The foundation is the most critical thing that you actually say. Increasingly, in a world which is driven by AI, in a world where there's a fast changing technology advances that we are making, the foundational level understanding is very, very important. If your foundations are strong, you can move anywhere. It can be right from computing to quantum computing to anything you can move, because the foundations are extremely good. So always work on the foundations part of it at this point in time, because many of the applications, see, if any college is only teaching you tools, you're dispensable. But if your college ensures that your foundation level understanding of the subject is very, very strong, then you become resilient. And you will learn as you move along, and you will be able to succeed in your life, because you're so resilient that you'll be able to grow depending on how the market goes, how the technology moves, and because the foundation level is very, very strong, right? So it covers programming, algorithms, data structures, networks, AI, database, and software engineering. All these things is what BSc Computer Science will do. But more importantly, the strong foundation is what we're dealing with. And the careers obviously will be in tech, AI, data science. There will be many, many pathways. But more importantly, my request to you is that if you're doing BSc Computer Sciences, please don't stop there. You need to do a master's at some level. And the master's can be MBA in technology or a MSc in computer sciences, which is what some of those people I showed you, the big names that I showed you, some of them also did a master's program. And by the way, internationally, the master's program is not 4+2, it is 3+1 at times. So you become a master, so you're actually cutting short your entire study journey by a couple of years. So that is something that you must keep in mind. So the essential thing that I've told you is this is what a BSc Computer Sciences would do. The difference between BTech and BSc is that simple. If you want to get into a job right away, do a BTech. But if you want to at some point in time pursue more and study more, BSc Computer Science is better. If you want to study abroad, BSc Computer Science is good. Right? Now let's understand what are the process through which you can get into this, right? Now you know that JEE Advanced is used for all the IITs, NITs, IIITs and all. But CUET is the one for all central universities which are offering a BSc Computer Sciences. And by the way, most of the central universities do offer beyond the BTech also, they offer BSc Computer Sciences. In fact, much before BTech came in, they were always offering BSc Computer Sciences. So look at CUET, then JEE of course, then SET is for Symbiosis, VAT will also offer the BSc Computer Sciences, by the way, right? Similarly, AEEE Amrita also offers BSc Computer Sciences, SRM offers that, Manipal offers that, Christ offers that, and so on and so forth. So you have Shivnada University, Jamia Millia, and Karnataka, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu. All the states also offer in some of their universities the BSc Computer Sciences program. Now, to understand all these things, there are very, very important questions that we needed to understand, and we needed to speak to someone who understands BSc Computer Sciences, who is a prof, who understands and has done this entire thing. So we spoke to Dr. Shyamal Gupta, who is the Chief Operating Officer of Illinois Institute of Technology. What is Illinois Institute of Technology? It's one of the best engineering colleges that you have in the world, or engineering institutions that you have in the world. And it's it's been there for a long, long time. And I posed a few questions to him. The first question being, I said, what kind of student is best suited for BSc Computer Sciences? And do you need to be a tech person already, or can someone with just curiosity and logical thinking thrive in this degree? And I also asked him, what's the big difference between BTech and BSc? Who should prefer BTech versus who should prefer BSc? And this is the response Dr. Shyamal Gupta gave to us as far as the choices between BTech and BSc and what kind of person is best suited to pursue a BSc in Computer Sciences.
BSc Computer Science or BSc AI. These are meant for the curious, meant for students who are logically thinking and willing to learn step-by-step methodologies. This is not typical tech person that we're looking at. We're looking at someone who has logical interest and someone who really wants to change the world. What are subject matters that matter at this program? The subject matters are primarily mathematics. You should have a strong inclination towards mathematics. Exposure to physics would definitely help, but it's not mandatory in terms of success in this program. What's the difference between BSc and BTech? BSc and BTech is exactly the same thing. After doing in India, it's called BTech. In the US, it's called BSc. The BSc in Computer Science or the BSc in AI is equivalent to the BTech in Computer Science or BTech in AI. After completing your 4-year degree, you will be eligible to any master's program anywhere in the world. The BTech, for example, would make you restricted to be eligible in programs in India, but a 4-year BSc from the US would be make you eligible for programs globally. So you would also, if you would like to, you would also be eligible for your PhD program if you would like.
Now, having got that response from Dr. Shamal Gupta, the big question for us is that what are the institutions that we should be recommending to you, or what are the institutions we think you should be looking at if you want to pursue, or if you made a choice of pursuing BSc in Computer Sciences. So we created a list, and this is a curated list, by the way, remember that. And the curated list starts with, of course, the best, in my opinion, the best mathematical institute that India has, which is Chennai Mathematical Institute. What they offer is BSc Honours in Mathematics and Computer Science. If you recall, Sergey Brin actually did this particular program in the University of Maryland. So any pure sciences institute that you have in this country will offer this kind of a program only, which is BS Honours Computing with maths and with something else. Right. Now, by the way, I must tell you that if you get into this is a very, very difficult, it is very extremely difficult for you to get into this program because it's a very small cohort that they take. But the median salary ranges up to about 20 lakh rupees. That's the kind of demand that this particular institute or this particular program has in the country. Even a BTech college cannot compete with CMI or Indian Statistical Institute or Indian Institute of Science when they're offering anything with computer sciences. Because it's a pure sciences institution where the foundation is extremely, extremely strong. Right. And then you have Banaras Hindu University, which offers BSc Computer Science or BSc Computer Science Honours. They actually have two programs. By the way, BHU also has IIT, where also a BTech CS also is offered. But BHU actually offers these two programs. Then you also have IIT Patna, which offers BSc in Computer Science and Data Analytics. You would also see BTech also offers similar thing, not in IIT Patna maybe, but you will see these BTech also at the same place. Then you have Jamia Millia Islamia also offering BSc Computer Sciences. University of Delhi offers BSc Honours Computer Sciences. And then Institute of Science Nagpur also offers, this is a very good one, if you get it, please take it, BSc with Computer Science, Institute of Science in Nagpur. Then you look at the private space. By the way, CMI also calls itself private, so I'm not getting there. Ashoka University offers BSc Honours Computer Science in DI. And by the way, in the NCR region, a lot more companies go to Ashoka for placement, even though it's a BSc Computer Science role. And quite simply, Ashoka doesn't want to give a BTech. Because their philosophy is that we'll make you skilled, we'll ensure that you learn, we'll make sure that you understand the fundamentals very, very strongly, and you'll find a job for yourself. They do work on placements. But unlike the BTech colleges which only talk of placements, these people talk a lot about learning, skilling, and ensuring that their foundation level concepts is extremely strong for the student. So they offer BSc in Computer Sciences. Then Shiv Nadar University, another liberal university that we have in the country, also offers BSc in Computer Sciences. Shiv Nadar also offers BTech, but they also offer BS Computer Sciences. BIT Vellore, while being an engineering institution largely, also offers BSc Computer Sciences. Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, which is the best private university in this country based on a few rankings, does BSc Physics, BSc Mathematics, and BSc Mathematics and Computer Sciences. Christ University offers a similar thing. Flame University offers BSc Honours Computer Science. SRM AP, which is one of the better new universities that's coming up in Amravati in Andhra Pradesh, also offers BSc Computer Sciences with specializations. They have 4 specializations within that. They also offer BTech, by the way, right? Azim Prem University offers BSc Information Sciences, right? And Ahmedabad University offers BSc Honours in Computational Sciences, right? But all these things have the computer sciences as a foundational level thing, and then they actually add specializations or add a few more subjects to it to make it slightly wholesome. But these are extremely good institutions, and if they've started these courses, it means they've thought through of what they're going to work on and have created these courses. We're talking of some of the best universities that we have in the country which are creating these kind of courses. So I talked of public institutions, I talked of private institutions. Now what's happened is, a lot of foreign campuses also are setting up campus in India. Foreign universities which are setting up campus in India. The government of India has allowed a lot of foreign universities to set up campus in India as long as they're in the top 500 world rankings. You must also know that not a single private university of India is in the top 500 world rankings. So from that perspective, when you look at that, for example, Victoria University, which is based in Delhi, it was founded in 1992. The world ranking is 741 to 750 here, and it's in Gurugram. They offer Bachelor of Information Technology, a Bachelor of Cyber Security, right? And it's a 3-year program. The University of New South Wales, which was founded in 1949 in Australia, it's 20th best university ranked in the world, right? And they were founded, they're from Australia. The campus in India is in Bangalore in Karnataka. They offer BSc in Computer Sciences. It's a 3-year program. Then Illinois Institute of Technology, we just spoke to Dr. Shamal Gupta, was founded in 1890. So it's about 140 years old, 136 years old. It's 591 ranked, university in the world, fewest world ranking. In PhD, it might be less than 500. I told you earlier that only top 500 are being allowed because of multiple rankings. So any ranking that you have which is less than 500 is what Government of India is allowing. So 591 ranked based on QS, THE might be much lesser, and it's based out of USA, right? They have a campus in Mumbai, Maharashtra. They offer BSc Artificial Intelligence and BSc Computer Sciences, and it's a 4-year program. Then University of Aberdeen, which was launched, founded in 1495. So it's about 530 years old, 530 years old. One of the oldest universities that you have in the world, right? Its world ranking is 208. It's in United Kingdom, and it has a campus in Mumbai now. And they also offer a BSc Honours in Computer Science, which is a 4-year program. University of Liverpool, which is ranked 147 in the world, was founded in 1881. So about 145 years of life. And it's based out of UK, has a campus in Karnataka, and they offer BSc Computer Sciences, BSc Computer Science with software development. It's a 3-year program. So these two, Aberdeen and Liverpool, are offering a 3-year program. University of York, which is founded in 1963, which means we're dealing with about 60 years of life. 169th best university in the world based on QS ranking, based out of UK. They have a campus in Mumbai. They also offer BSc Honours Computer Sciences, BSc Honours Computer Science with AI, and BSc Computer Science with Cybersecurity. So they actually have 3 programs. All of them are 3 years. Right? Now, all these, remember what I told you? These are all UGC approved. So for the first thing, the reason why I'm putting it up here is everything that I put up here is first of all UGC approved, which means it is regulated by the Government of India, by a regulator which is formed by Government of India, which is University Grants Commission, UGC. Right? They are under close watch of the Government of India because they have a control over everything that is offered there. And the most important thing is when you do these things, you might actually find an international pathway to go and do a master's abroad and move on from there. And that is the reason why we're listing them out. What we did was we listed out some of the great public universities that we have in the country. Then we listed out some of the great private universities which offer a BSc Computer Science in this country. And then what we listed out are the foreign campus in India. Because if ultimately you're, I told you earlier that if you want to do BSc, you will actually at some point in time want to do a master's. And the master's, that is the plan that you have, then these universities will give you the international pathway, because a qualification from Liverpool or Aberdeen is very, very valued anywhere else in the world also. So to that extent, it's easier for you to do your master's and move on from there. So that is the reason why we listed out. Now, having understood all the public institutions that are offering this BSc Computer Sciences, all the private institutions in India which are offering this BSc in Computer Sciences, and also the great foreign universities that are setting up campus in India at this point in time who are offering this particular course, we actually wanted to understand what kind of career pathways open up for the students. What kind of job roles can the student expect if they were to do a BSc Computer Sciences? And for that, again, we reached out to the expert, which is Dr. Shamal Gupta from Illinois Institute of Technology. And this is what he had to say.
What are the career paths that students can look at? In BSc Computer Science or BSc AI, students definitely look at software development, data cybersecurity, AI, cloud, IT support roles. We have also looked at AI specializations. We can look at data science, machine learning, AI development, cybersecurity, as we spoke about, network security, ethical hacking. That's a new term that everybody is talking about, and very hot jobs in that. Risk analysis, even in the finance side, a lot of options will open up with investment banks and traditional banks.
In conclusion, I have a simple thing. For me, when I look at this whole thing, if you're looking for a definitive job immediately after 4 years, I think, and if you're getting into the best engineering colleges that we have in the country, which are into the IITs, NITs, IIITs, and some of the pedigreed institutions which have a great legacy, right? You must do BTech. But if your choice is that you're not getting into the top tier, BTech colleges in this country, and then you're compromising on the quality of the college, it's far better that I choose, you would much rather study at some of these very great institutions, BSc Computer Sciences, because that is much more valuable, that is much more credible, and that will get you a better opportunity moving forward. It is far better to hold a qualification from a very pedigreed institution, an institution which has legacy and values education a lot more, than doing BTech in any tier 2, tier 3 colleges in this country. Of course, the amount of money that you have to pay might be slightly higher here. But the simple thing is that, you'll also have lots of scholarships in some of these institutions, because these institutions really want to have the best students studying with them. And from that perspective, they'll enable to ensure that the good students, if they are admitted, they'll somehow have scholarships or they're actually studying in this college. Because these institutions have a lot of legacy behind them. They want to make sure that education is proper, right? So if you're getting into tier 1 engineering colleges, go for BTech. If you're not getting into tier 1 BTech colleges, start looking at some of the best universities in this country, public, private, or the foreign universities that are setting up campus in India, and see if they're offering BSc Computer Sciences, because that might be a better pathway for you than choosing a tier 2 or tier 3 BTech college. That is my opinion at this point in time. I hope you like this video. So if you want me to cover any other BSc program which is beyond computer sciences, which you think is important for you, please write to me in the message box here. I'll start covering that also for you, because I'm very, very clear that each of you must get into the best college possible, and the course can take its own space at some level. But the important thing is, go into a college or admit yourself into a college which values education. And even if it is slightly more expensive, some of them will actually, because you got this education, this qualification would be there for you for lifetime. It might be important for you to go through that pathway. So if you're getting into tier 1 engineering college, go for BTech. If you want immediate job, maybe go for BTech. But if you're looking at a slightly long-term view of this entire education ecosystem, and if you're saying that you ultimately will do masters or you want to study abroad and all, BSc is a great option if you're not getting into, again, the tier 1 engineering college. This is my opinion. I hope this helps you. Thank you so much for watching me, and please do subscribe to BTech 360. Thank you so much.